Hey, what's up, Wash fam? Today I'm gonna take you along with me and do a roof cleaning and a house wash. All right, I've been getting a lot of questions about the roof cleaning, about my setup, about how I do this kind of work. So today you get to come along with me and see how it's done. This is the roof we'll be cleaning. You can see all the black streaks on it. We're gonna put the soft wash solution on there, get it cleaned up. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the house wash on this entire house here. So I already let the homeowner know I'm here, and let's get started. All right, so one of the first things I do when I get to the property is I put out the signs. I put a sign here, and I've put one right in front of the pickup truck there. The entrance to the community is right here, so the cars are coming in and they'll get to see my sign directly right there. The ones that come around the corner, it's right there. And the next step is going to be, we got to fill the water tank. So here's our water tank. We're all the way down here. We need to get that filled up immediately. So I'm going to take my water hose and I'm going to connect it to the water spigot in the corner of the house right there. All right, so we've got our water hose hooked up to the house, and that is starting to fill up our water tank. So this will fill up while we get all our other hoses out. So we're gonna need our high pressure hose. This is gonna be to rinse the area, rinse the roof, rinse the plants and vegetations. Also, it's how I'm gonna do the house wash. All right, then we're also gonna bring out the soft wash hose, which is connected to the soft wash system. If you want more info on that, please check out my other video on how this all operates. So yeah, I'm gonna get the pressure hose pulled out, and then we'll pull out the green soft wash hose. All right, so I got the pressure hose hooked up right here to the whip line, which goes to the pressure washer. And I have this all pulled out, 200 feet of it. That should be plenty to do this house here. Got my ladder out and set up. Next step, I'm going to grab the soft wash hose here. I'm gonna pull that toward the back. I'm gonna start in the back of the house because they still got their car parked out front. So I'm gonna just start in the back. For that reason, one issue that I just ran into here was with the soft wash gun. If you notice, it's just the gun, but this is my spray wand that typically goes in there. The threads broke off. That happens when you're dropping this gun a lot, or even if not necessarily dropping it hard, but even just throwing it down to the ground. And this hits first and just kind of weakens this thread. I've had to replace like 5 of these already. So I've got a new one. I'm going to get the new one out the truck. I'm going to put this on the new one. The new one will have new threads. I'll screw that into here. It'll look like that and we'll be ready to go. So let me get that done real quick and I'll be back with you. All right, so I got the soft wash hose pulled out, which is this hose here. The way I have it set up is right out the pump to this banjo valve. This way I can disconnect the main hose and I can fill up buckets, pump up sprayers, just right here out the side of the trailer. And then I've got the soft wash hose, comes all the way out here. This is my extended section right here, going to my main section with the gun. So sometimes you don't need all this hose. That's why I have the banjos. These are real handy. Quick connect, bam, pull, that's connected. Out to the soft wash gun. This is how it's supposed to look. Got my J-rod in there. So, got our water hose. Now I'm gonna set up the ladder. I'm gonna get up on the roof. I'm gonna take some more before photos from up on the roof. I'm gonna blow off the sticks that are up there. And then when I come back down, I'll prime the system. I'll get it ready to spray the chemicals. And we'll get started. Switch into these Gator waters. Had these for about 2 months, no longer. Holding up pretty good. A little bit of wear on the heel, but they're comfortable. They feel durable. They look alright. Clocks go back in the truck. Okay, so let's get on the roof. Alright, one thing I want to go over when setting up your ladder up against the house. This is how you know you got it in a good position to where it's not going to really fall. You want to stand right behind the ladder with your toes right up against the ladder. You want to be able to reach out and grab the ladder without leaning forward, without having your arms bent like this. You want to just be able to stand straight right behind the ladder, reach out and grab it. That's your safe climbing angle. Let's go ahead and roll up here. All right. As you can see, we got some sticks, some twigs, some leaves. I'm gonna get up here, I'm gonna blow this all down. I'm gonna clean out these gutters so that we don't have no buildup of the cleaning chemical inside these gutters. I'm gonna video and picture any damage to the roof that I see. So I can already see there's some damaged shingles here. There's some damage here on the corner. Damage here. You want to make sure you document all this damage here, so they can't come back to you or to your insurance and say that you dragged your hose across the roof and it ruined the shingles. So every time I'm doing a roof cleaning, I get up here and I take a quick 1 to 2 minute video and I just walk the roof and I point out with my finger on video any damages or anything that catches my eye that would concern me, the homeowner, the insurance company. So damage. I'm gonna just walk the whole roof and do this. All right, so we're up on the roof, 421 Misty. We got damage. This is damaged here, this corner. Oh, here's some more damaged shingles. I'll get up and just walk the roof. The ridge cap looks pretty good. A little bit of wear. Some granule wear on these shingles. Some granule wear. There's some more granule wear up here on the front. Some little plant growth. There's a nail. You see the dark streaks here. It's real bad here. Real bad here. Again, some more worn out granules. Some more worn out granules. see. This whole corner, all this white and gray is missing granules on the roof. Besides that, looks all right. All right, so every time I'm doing a roof, that little video of me pointing out any damages or defects is a must. Save that to your phone files, the files of the customer, of the property, just to protect yourself and your company. But yeah, I do that every roof. Tile, metal, shingle, it don't matter. I'm gonna take some still photos of the top of the roof here, and then we'll go downstairs and get the soap plugged up. All right, all the hoses are set up now. Roof is blowed off, got all their pictures. We got a before video of the condition of the roof. So now we're ready to prime our lines and get to spraying. So first thing I'm gonna do, connect my battery. I had just bought a new harness for this battery. This is a 10 gauge. Before I had a 12 or 14 gauge wire. This is what you want, 10 gauge wire harness from the pump to the battery. They sent this little short one because usually it's down in this box here. So I just been throwing the battery up here for right now. Red socks on before your black boots. Oh, almost forgot. We gotta turn our water all the way on. We gotta turn our chemicals all the way on. And we gotta turn this back to the chem tank. And we'll add our surfactant. Put that about 60, 65. Should be good. And now we'll crank this bad boy on and go prime the hose. One of the things I need to do is fill up the soap bucket. So I got this dump tube, comes out of the water tank. I could fill up 5-gallon buckets and stuff right here. But I'll fill this up. I've got my 5 gallons of Slow-Mo. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. It's all I use for soap. Shout out to Lori Smith and Pressure Washer Products out of Clearwater. Really fast shipping. Good prices, good product, good service. Yada, yada, yada. So yeah, I'm going to put about 1 soda bottle, 1 water bottle's worth of soap into there. Mix it up. That will go right back over here. And that is what's going to be going to my surfactant soap line here. So let me get that filled up, put back, and we'll go finish priming these lines. All right, so made it back to the gun. We got air and water in here, so we want to prime this out. On my hose, it usually takes about 45 seconds. Spray till you hear the burp or you see the bubbles, or both. Usually both happen simultaneously. Usually try and spray this in a inconspicuous spot. Getting there. Still getting there. I usually count to 45, and that's what does the trick, but lost count. Should be getting close. Spitting. There we go. You see it getting white? There we go. We're ready to spray. Let's get up there and put this in my pocket, and we'll get up there and spray. All right, so typically how I like to do it is start at the bottom and work my way up in about 6 or 7 foot sections, and then come back down, start at the bottom, work my way up. That way I'm not missing anything. Be careful with the overspray and the runoff. You're not trying to make it run too much, really at all, if you could avoid it. Be aware of your overspray. There's a little bit coming off here. There's not much to really hurt down there, but I will rinse that all off real good. There I go. I just go up, spray and go up. Make sure the shingle is coated. The shingles will absorb some of this chemical and dry up pretty quick. So you don't want it too thin, but you don't want it too thick either. You want it just enough to where it barely wants to go. I must have an air leak in this system here. I usually have a little bit more pressure, so I'm gonna have to go through and check that later on this weekend. Oh yeah, definitely got an air leak. That's part of it. You'll get air leaks in the metering valve or the proportioner. You'll get air leaks on top of your water tank, chem tank, where the proportioner lines run. Pretty much anywhere there's a fitting, you can get a little air leak. So over the year, a few months, you're gonna have to go through and re-snug up everything, put new plumber's tape, maybe swap out a check valve or two here and there, but you can see this side is already lightening up. Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, this section is done. I'm gonna put this camera on the tripod and we'll go ahead and bang out the rest of this back side of the roof. And then once everything's coated, probably let it sit 30 minutes, and then we'll just go behind one more time and touch up any other little dark spots that may just need a little bit more solution. I like to leave the roof looking 100% clean and as close to brand new as possible before I drive away. It's gonna build confidence in the customer that you did what you were supposed to do. They're gonna be confident in paying you whatever you told them the price was, instead of you saying it's gonna clean up better in a few days or a couple weeks after it rains. They're kind of like, what? You want me to pay you now and it's not even clean? So I try to make sure the whole roof looks good before I leave, before they pay me. All right, I'm gonna just finish this one spot here and then I'll set up the tripod. So far it's looking good. So there's barely any running. This is barely running. Everything's just stuck to the shingle, staying wet. which as long as it's wet, it's going to be doing its job. All right, let me get this tripod set up. Oh, buddy. All right, so we got the whole backside of this roof coated with the first coat. And to be honest with you, I think that's all it's gonna need here is just one coat. It's coming out really good. We'll let it work for another 30 minutes while we do the front side. And then we'll check back on the back and just make sure all the black and brown is gone. Make sure it still looks good how it does now. Right now, I'm gonna get back down and I'm gonna relocate the ladder toward the front. I'm gonna relocate the soft wash hose toward the front. At the same time, I'm gonna turn on the pressure washer and I'm just gonna go ahead and saturate the entire perimeter of the house, everywhere I've sprayed. So along the whole back side of the house, the side of the house, and then I'll also start pre-rinsing all the bushes and shrubs in the front of the house where there's not too many, but we're gonna just go ahead and rinse that down. Then we'll spray the solution on again, we'll rinse them down again, and we'll rinse them down all before we leave. I do have some NutriPods, which I'm gonna install into the gutters right now as well. They're in the truck. Once I get over there, I'll show you what those are and how those work. But yeah, be right back. All right, guys, so I got these NutriPods. You can find these at your local pressure washer store usually. If not, reach out to Joe Schotel on Facebook. He'll get you hooked up with some. This is a bleach neutralizer. So this plastic here will dissolve once it gets wet. The chlorine or bleach will run right by this product and it will neutralize it as it runs by before it comes out the downspout. So I'll go ahead and stick one of these up inside all the downspouts. Usually works better if you put it right up here somewhere. So I'll probably go ahead and throw it up there. It's gonna leak. So yeah, I'll grab another one of these. I'll stick it up right here. I'm actually gonna stick this one right here. Come on, guy. There we go. Leave that there. We got one more over there. We'll put one there. Oh yeah, very nice. All right. So I'm gonna move the ladder to the front. I'm gonna start the pressure washer. Rinse all. I'm gonna saturate this whole area right here. The whole area outside the gutters. The whole side of the house here. Even though nothing really runs off here, but a little bit of overspray came off, so I'm gonna just rinse this down. And we'll be back. All right, and for the record, I typically don't do roofs by myself. It's usually a two-person job. But usually on these smaller houses where it's not too many different places to run off and I can manage it, say with the gutters, I'll go ahead and do it myself. But anything much bigger than this, any 2-story houses without gutters, I always have a helper here on the ground, and his job is non-stop to spray fresh, clean water all over the gutters, the floor, the downspouts, the trees and shrubs over here. But today we can do it by ourselves. Shouldn't be an issue. We've got the NutriPods, so that's definitely going to help out with the runoff and making sure we don't damage anything. So I'm going to start rinsing now. Let's get the area a little bit saturated, and then we'll move to the front. So this is typically all I do right here. Remember, we don't have much runoff coming off of the roof, so it's not too bad compared to like a tile roof. And at the same time, we got the NutriPod. We're gonna do a house wash after this, so the gutters are all gonna clean up when we do the house wash. A little bit of tomato plants, pepper plant. Yeah, I'm gonna water this gutter area. I'll water that one over there. And I'll be back to do the front of the roof with you guys. All right. If you have any questions, let me turn this around. If you have any questions so far, leave them in the comments. I will respond to all your comments. All right. I love you guys. All right. Like and subscribe to the video if you've learned anything so far. All right, so the whole roof has already been sprayed. You can see the front of the house is still a little wet from me doing the house wash. I did that as I was rinsing at the same time. Roof looks very good. Still a little damp. So we're gonna touch up a few spots on the house wash. One of them being the chimney in the back. I'm gonna fast forward to the chimney. All right. So here's the chimney. You can see the rust staining from the top all the way to the bottom. There's a little bit on the side corner here too, right there. I put some SH on there, see if that helps out a little bit. It looks like it's not, so I'm gonna get up there with the rust remover. I don't have F9 bark on me, but I do have some Rust Pro. So hopefully the Rust Pro will take care of the chimney stains. And once we're done with that, we'll pack up, we'll collect the check, and we'll head back to the house. Or not the house, to the next job. Next job is just a vinyl fence in someone's backyard. But yeah, guys, that's a roof cleaning. All right, Wash fam, thanks for tuning in today on the roof wash. It came out great. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments. Don't forget to like this video if you learned anything, if you thought it was satisfying, if you thought it was interesting. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. I'm going to be posting a lot more of these kinds of videos, cleaning different buildings and different cleaning processes. So yeah, follow along, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a good one.